Most entrepreneurs are losing hours of deep work every single day and blaming the completely wrong thing. Neuroscience shows your phone is hijacking your brain, not your calendar. Here's how to break free in 21 days. But before I tell you that, let me tell you what happened to me. I was sitting at my desk, drink ready, laptop open, ready to tackle this huge project that could change everything for my business. But 20 minutes in, I'm checking Instagram, then LinkedIn, then back to Instagram. Sounds familiar? I kept thinking I had a discipline problem. Maybe I was just lazy. Maybe successful people were just built different. But here's what I discovered that changed everything. Your brain isn't broken, it's hijacked. See, every time you check your phone, you get a tiny hit of dopamine. And it's the same chemical that makes gambling addictive. But here's the crazy part. Your brain starts needing bigger and bigger hits to feel normal. So, real work, the stuff that actually matters, it feels boring by comparison. Now, most people try to fix this with willpower, digital detoxes, productivity apps, but that's like trying to drive with the brakes on. You can't force focus when your reward system is broken. But what if I told you that there is a way to reset your entire dopamine system in just 21 days? And here's how it works. First, you need to understand something called dopamine sensitivity. Think of it like a muscle that's been overworked. The more you stimulate it, the weaker it gets. But just like a muscle, you can train it back to strength. And the process has 3 phases. Phase 1 is the dopamine fast, but not the extreme version you've heard about. We're talking strategic reduction. You cut out the biggest dopamine hijackers like social media, news, entertainment for just 48 hours. This isn't punishment, it's medicine. During this time, your brain starts to reset its baseline. Things that used to feel boring start to feel interesting again. Phase 2 is replacement. See, most detoxes fail because they take away the stimulation but don't replace it with anything, and you're left feeling empty. Instead, we rebuild your reward system around meaningful activities like reading, walking, deep work, conversations. Your brain learns to find satisfaction in things that actually matter. Phase 3 is the integration. This is where most people mess up. They go back to their old habits and wonder why nothing changed. But we build sustainable systems, specific times for focused work, phone-free zones, reward structures that support your goals instead of sabotaging them. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds too simple. But here's the thing. Simple doesn't mean easy. Your brain will resist this. It's been trained to crave constant stimulation. But the results speak for themselves. After my first dopamine reset, I worked for 4 hours straight without checking my phone once. Not because I forced myself to, because I didn't want to. The work felt engaging again, rewarding, like it used to when I was a kid and I could get lost in projects for hours. And here's what really blew my mind. I started enjoying simple things again. Conversations with a friend, a good meal, even just sitting in silence. It's like someone turned the color back on in my world. But the business results were even better. Projects I've been putting off for months got finished in weeks. Revenue increased because I could actually focus on the work that mattered. My relationships improved because I was present during conversations instead of mentally scrolling through my phone. I wasn't just more productive, I was happier. Now I've helped hundreds of high performers go through this same reset. The pattern is always the same. Week 1 feels uncomfortable. Your brain is detoxing from constant stimulation. However, week 2, you start noticing changes. Tasks that used to feel impossible become manageable. And week 3, the magic happens. Deep work feels natural again. You wake up motivated instead of drained. But here's what nobody tells you about phone addiction. It's not really about the phone. It's about avoiding discomfort. Every time you feel bored, frustrated, or anxious, you reach for stimulation. The phone is just the delivery method, but discomfort is where growth happens. It's where ideas come from, where problems get solved. When you learn to sit with discomfort instead of numbing it, everything changes. You become the person who can handle difficult conversations, who can work through complex problems, who can build something meaningful instead of just consuming. And that is the real transformation. Not just better focus, but a better life. The entrepreneurs who dominate their industries aren't superhumans. They just protect their dopamine like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. Your attention is your most precious resource. Every company, every app, every platform is fighting for it. But what if you took it back? What if you could work for hours without distractions? What if you could enjoy simple pleasures again? What if you could build that business or career you've always dreamed of? The science is clear. Your brain can rewire itself at any age. The pathways that crave constant stimulation can be replaced with pathways that crave meaningful work. But you have to make the choice. You can keep trying to force focus with willpower. Keep downloading productivity apps, keep wondering why nothing sticks. Or you can address the root cause. Reset your dopamine system and reclaim the focused, motivated person you used to be. The question isn't whether this works. The question is whether you're ready to feel like yourself again. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Every day you wait is another day of lost potential. Another day of watching less talented people pass you by because they can focus and you can't. But it doesn't have to be this way. Your brain wants to focus. It wants to find satisfaction in meaningful work. It just needs to remember how. And 21 days from now, you could be the person who works for hours without distraction, who builds instead of consumes, who leads instead of follows. The choice is yours, but the opportunity won't wait forever. Keep growing, stay sharp. It's Lunden, signing out.